Hello everyone, my name is Violeta. Welcome to my YouTube channel Violeta.Moods. Thank you for visiting it. Don't forget to subscribe and to click the like button. I choose to do some of my videos while walking on the street, while taking a walk, because in some moments I'm pretty busy, and this is a solution that I found. Today I would like to talk about vacations and the choices that we make regarding our holidays. Look what a beautiful sunset is there behind me. I will try to have a better image of it. The question for today is whether it is good to choose to go on an expensive vacation, or to choose instead going on a shorter one, or on lots of short vacations. As you know, many of us choose to go to a faraway destination and to pay a lot of money to have a long vacation at a certain point during the year. Maybe we go on vacation for 1 week or 2 weeks or more in another country, maybe in a seaside area. We pay a lot of money for the accommodations, for the hotel, for the transportation, and that would be the equivalent of the savings that we were able to make during that year. After we return from that beautiful experience, from that beautiful vacation, we realize that all our savings are gone. We no longer have that money that we strived a lot to be able to save, and that's it. On the other hand, there is the other possibility, that of going on short vacations, maybe during the weekends, for 1 or 2 days, and afterwards returning to work, and doing this every weekend or every time we have the chance to. And this way we don't spend as much money, and we also feel the spirit of vacation more often. Due to the rhythm of life implied by the way of living in our days, we tend to go on autopilot and to do some things out of habit. And one of these things is this one related to going on vacation. So this is the thing that is supposed to relax us and to offer us the so long awaited rest. And that's why it is really important to us. If we take a closer look, we will notice that even this thing we tend to do on autopilot, to do it out of habit, to do it in a way that we have been used to, due to social conditioning, due to society, due to other people's influence. So, as I said, we plan 1 year ahead, 2 weeks holiday, for instance, in Greece, in Turkey, in Egypt, in classical destinations, which are the habitual ones for the summer holidays, because there are summer resorts which offer all sorts of accommodations. And of course, we are tempted to go there, especially during the summer. And we do all these preparations. We have to invest a lot of money. Maybe we have to make a reservation for us, for our families, for the children in the family. And this involves a lot of money, a lot of spendings, a lot of efforts, including the effort of synchronizing the vacations of multiple people in our family, or people that are in our circle of friends. I don't mean this is bad, but if we take a closer look, it involves a lot of effort from our side. Of course, we enjoy a lot these moments of vacation, but afterwards it only remains a memory. We return to our tiring work, and soon after returning from the vacation we feel tired. Very soon, maybe in 1 or 2 weeks, we forget that we have been on vacation, and the only thing that is left are the pictures. That's why I was thinking that maybe going on lots of short vacations would be much more relaxing and would save a lot of effort and money. And this would be better for us. Have a look how beautiful this landscape is. It's actually a landscape in a small town. It's not precisely in the countryside, but it looks like the countryside because there are houses and a lot of vegetation and trees and plants, and it has a rural air. What I would like to add to what I said before is what alternatives we can find to these long, expensive vacations. I mentioned lots of short vacations in the weekends. That would be less expensive. Where can we go? Well, we can find various destinations. I will switch a little the camera for you to see some beautiful places. This is an old Christian Orthodox church. It is very beautiful. Like a fortress, you can see how beautiful the surrounding gate made of stone is. So the alternatives are going in the weekends for a hike in the mountains, or for a short trip in the countryside, to the countryside. Another idea would be going on a tour of the monasteries and trying to find their shelter, because some of them offer shelter. You can also go for a trip in the mountains, or to swim in a river. Generally going in nature, or going to the seaside for 2 or 3 days for a short vacation. You can include in these holidays your children, because they will be delighted to discover new places every time in different areas, at the seaside, in the mountains, or a forest. Children will always be happy to discover diversity and new places, to be able to run free in nature, and to have these short adventures. You have noticed, maybe, those who are my followers. At the moment there are not so many followers, but I hope in the future many other people will be interested in the subjects that I propose on this channel. So in the beginning of the video I propose a subject, afterwards I comment on it, I express my own opinion, and I come up with some solutions, and by the end of the video, around the end of the video, I come with the opinions of other people about the same subject. So this time I will come with 2 articles that I found on the internet, and they are very interesting. I will tell you where I found them, because maybe you will want to read them. The first one was on Quora.com, and there is a lady, Janice Person, sorry, and she tried to answer a question related to the subject. Just a second, because I want to see exactly how the question sounded, and then I will tell you exactly what she said there. I have this information on a phone. I'm trying to open the document where I saved the information. So, as I said, on Quora.com, Jenny's Person answers a question: why are people willing to spend thousands of pounds on holidays when they could save the money and buy a longer lasting item such as a car? I didn't talk about a car precisely before. I only talked about saving money and spending less money on holidays and having more fun more often. But this is another good idea, that sometimes instead of wasting a lot of money, we could save them for something long lasting. Of course, that doesn't mean that we shouldn't have fun or relax or go on holidays. So I will tell you what she says, what Jenny's Person says. She is photographer, or she's someone interested in photography, in agriculture and traveling, according to the data that I found on Quora.com. I will tell you what she answered. Her answer is quite interesting and very wise. She says in her article, in her answer actually, that for her Going on holidays is an investment, and it is her way of discovering the world and of discovering herself and of developing herself. Janice also says in her answer on Quora.com that to her this moment of preparing for a holiday is a very complex one and doesn't only involve the days that she spends on holidays, but it involves a longer period of time, which implies the preparation, saving money, and the moments after the vacation. So it's actually moment, a long moment during a year involved in the preparation of this holiday. So the holiday is not only that moment, those days, those weeks, but is the moment before and after the holiday. After the holiday, she feels good because she talks about it, she shares on social media or with her friends or with her family the experience that she had on that holiday. She also says that it is also important to think about buying a car, but she says that she has got a car, not a luxury one, but anyway, she has got good alternatives for traveling, so she doesn't really need a car. On the other hand, she is very proud because she was able to offer her nieces when they on their birthday, when they were 16 years old, she offered them some trips, and she was glad because this way she gave them the opportunity to discover new places, to have wonderful experiences that made them wiser. And she was also happy that she was able to be on their side on these vacations. The other article that I want to talk about is on a site which is called foreverbreak.com, and this one is really interesting as well. 16 most important benefits of nature travel. This is the subject. You should read it because there are a lot of details. I will try to expose a few of them. I will not talk about all the 16 benefits because I don't want to read the article for you. You can do that. I would only try to summarize what some of the ideas that you can find. The article actually tries to show you that you have lots of benefits if you choose to go on a vacation in nature, and she talks about 16 such benefits. The article talks about 16 such benefits, showing that there are many benefits. Actually, there is a big number of benefits. And this article from foreverbreak.com talks about the benefits for health and the exposure to the sun, which helps the body to assimilate D vitamin, the vitamin D, which is essential for the proper functioning of the body. It also talks about the children and how they discover nature and how they get to become more independent, more responsible. I'm kind of moving around. It's getting dark. In this area, there are lots of houses. I don't want to go too far. That's why I prefer to stay in the same area, kind of. Anyway, it's quite beautiful. Okay, so children, according to this article on foreverbreak.com, learn a lot from this experience of going in nature. On the other hand, you have the possibility to discover beautiful places, wild places, to see wild animals, of course, without risking your life, of course, yeah. One important benefit, as I have said before, is that you save money, because for such a trip in nature, the article says that you don't need, it's not really compulsory to stay in a hotel. You can have a tent, or maybe you can stay in a local house, and that will not cost you so much money. At the same time, you will cook your own food, and that will also save you some money. So this is another benefit. Another aspect mentioned in this article, which is quite funny for me, is that it says that you can see the sky going on such an experience, in contrast with the possibilities that you have when you are at home in a city or in a town, and because of the lights of the city, of the illumination in the town generally, you are not able to see the sky and the stars. So this would be another important benefit. And I would like to mention a last one mentioned on foreverbreak.com, that it challenges you to be more creative and to develop your survival skills. Going in nature implies paying attention to the surroundings, paying attention to the weather. Of course, that doesn't mean that you should risk your life or do unpredictable things, but you need to learn how to, you know, to be able to see where you are, not to get lost, to find some solutions when you are in nature and you want to get to a shelter. For example, it starts raining or it starts snowing and you have to find the solution and find shelter. So these things are challenging, and they force you to think, to strive to survive. We are not used to this kind of stuff because we live in big cities and we don't have to think about that. But I think it's important and essential because us as human beings are deeply connected to nature, and this connection is lost due to the lifestyle that we have nowadays. The connection with nature is an important aspect, and it helps us to relax, to detach from our daily worries and stress, and to be able to adapt easier to life and to simplify the way we think and to make our minds more clearer. And it also helps our health. This was the video dedicated to this subject, whether we should spend a lot of money and go on a distant destination and spend there a couple of weeks and invest a lot in this vacation, or should we choose to go on shorter trips in the weekends. I hope it was useful for you. I hope it makes you think better about this autopilot kind of life, which make us choose some things which are not always in our benefit. And I see you in the next video. Goodbye.